that matters.
Hello and welcome to Men's and Friends. Thanks for joining us today. I am Rashay Day.
And I'm Heidi Wagner, and obviously it is April Fool's Day. The Man Takeover Trends and Friends, renaming it Men's and Friends. We're giving the lady this half hour off on this Monday.
That's right. I mean, it's going to be a fun day.
It is.
I love this.
Yeah.
April Fool's days of the year. We're going to get all sorts of stuff done. Later on, here very shortly, we'll have an April Fool's package. You don't want to miss that. But our friends with ABC Rotary are here to tell us about the fun they had. And we'll be giving away another family 4-pack. Don't worry about all that. We'll get to it. And of course, we'll talk sports. Big congrats to the Red Raiders for the win over Gonzaga. And we'll check in with Don Williams from the Lubbock Avalanche Journal for an update with Tech Baseball.
And we also got Cujo Sports Bar and Grill here with us to share some of their menu specialties for the game on Saturday. And if you're interested in having lunch with the Easter Bunny, or say lunch, brunch is more like it. Again, our friends at Lubbock Parks and Recreation have an event coming up this Saturday at the Rawlings Community Center. Of course, we'll talk more about that coming up. Great looking weather out there. Now, it was chilly this weekend, especially going from Friday into Saturday with that chilly north wind. But we're starting to at least see nicer weather working back in here. And I say nicer, not only warm weather. Here's a look at your Overton East Skycam on this Monday afternoon. Again, temperatures back into the 50s, couple 60s out there across the area. The Lubbock Airport right now reporting a temperature of 61 degrees. We've got 62 up in Littlefield and 60 up to the north. And the Tulia area, even warmer tomorrow. We should be well back into the 70s across the area with plenty of sunshine. And plenty of allergies, too. We've got everything blowing around in the wind, but hey, it's that time of year. But we got nice weather for you coming up.
Texas Tech. It's March Madness. KLDK Sports Connection coverage is sponsored by First Bank and Trust.
All right, Chris, of course, we'll have plenty of basketball coverage, throughout the week. But one of those, I filled out a tournament bracket. Apparently you did not, which really ruins what I wanted to talk about. But Texas Tech, obviously, in the Final Four, first time in school history. It's going to be a great game. We're not going to talk about my bracket because it's pretty terrible. I have no teams left in the Final Four, so I don't want to talk about that as much. But Texas Tech, did you watch the game?
I did watch the game. Great looking game. I was nice. I'm so glad to see they pulled it off.
It was against a 1 seed, and they completely, I don't know, dominated might be a little strong, but they were absolutely in the game the entire. They were the better team almost the entire game.
They definitely were.
Now, what's funny is there's only 4 teams left. Yes. And you actually have a tie to 2 of them.
I have a tie to 2 of them. Of course, a lot of you know I'm from Alabama, and when you're born in Alabama, you got to choose one, Alabama or Auburn. Well, I'm a War Eagle fan, but of course I live here in West Texas. I've been living here in West Texas about 10 years now. I'm also a Red Raider. Now, if we end up with a Texas Tech Auburn championship game, it's going to be interesting how that's going to work.
Who would you root for?
I would root for the home team.
Which is
the Red Raiders.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's not the original. I don't know. Okay. Do you think that's going to happen?
It's possible.
It is possible. There's only 4 teams left, and they are 2 of them.
I know. It is. I would love to see it. I think that would be incredible.
I think it'll be Virginia, Tech. Not Virginia Tech. They've been eliminated. I do think Texas Tech will. They look really good right now.
It's just been such an interesting weekend. And, on top of that, we have the Lady Shaps brought us back a national championship.
They won national too. It's possible 2 could be within a week. It's possible. I don't know. We'll find out. But thank you, Chris.
Imagine the party we would throw if Tech brings
it would be much bigger. It would be even bigger. Yeah. I wish we could talk about your bracket so I could roast you a little bit. But you didn't do it. But that's okay. But let's look at our local basketball team. Let's take a look at some headlines. After more than 25 years, finally answers for a family after their mom was beaten to death. Sherry Ann Ragsdale Dorsey was murdered in 1993. A lot's happened in this case since, but today, police say work done back then along with DNA helped positively lead them to the suspect, Kenneth Taylor. 5 years after Ragsdale's murder, a case was presented to DA's office, but it was not enough evidence for prosecution. Taylor then died in 2007. Fast forward to 2017, when swabs taken from the murder scene were processed for DNA. That's when police say a match was made for a homicide case in California. Detectives working on the case reached out to the suspect's mom, who gave them a voluntary DNA sample, proving the sample from the scene was a positive match for one of her biological children. About a month ago, Taylor's body was exhumed, leading to a positive DNA match and the case closed.
Ryan, education advocates are pushing for more funding for full-day pre-kindergarten programs. Now, right now, the state only funds about half-day pre-K programs at public schools. Now, House Bill 189 is going to the Public Education Committee for consideration. Now, if it passes, it will require all Texas school districts to offer free all-day pre-K programs for students meeting certain criteria. Now, Lubbock Cooper ISD Deputy Superintendent Macy Satterwhite said the full-day funding would benefit not only them, but every family that is eligible. Of course, stick around. This story coming up tonight on KLBK News at 6.
All right, thanks, Chris. Now we have Don Williams of the Lubbock Avalanche Journal join us to talk some Texas Tech baseball. Of course, Don's specialty. Now, Don, the team is 18-7 so far, coming off a series win in Manhattan, winning 2 of 3. Now, what have you seen from this team so far? Like, you've covered this team for a lot of years. What's this team's identity this year?
To me, I would say the identity. I don't know that's really one, and I don't know that's really one component of the game so much as, to me, the identity is the core group of guys who took you to Omaha last year. Guys like Josh Young, who was on every preseason All-America team, and Brian Klein, who's just steady, just a super steady guy. Gabe Holt, who gave your offense a big jolt last year with his speed and presence at the top of the order, and then Cam Warren, back from last year, is off to a really good start, and swinging the bat well and leading the Big 12 in RBIs. To me, that's kind of the identity, and I think then the other key addition, you've also had a couple of key additions join the team. Dylan Noisy, who's been very good, real versatile guy with speed. He can hit at the top of the order. He can hit in the middle of the lineup. He's still on some bases, driven in runs, and then they also have a lockdown guy at the back end of the bullpen with Clayton Beater, who's really opened some eyes. I mean,
So it's really
guys throwing hard and
an
throws a great
overall roster.
slider.
Then? You mean like it's just an overall deeper roster? Is that the team's gone to Omaha three last five seasons? Is that depth right there with them?
Well, I think they have to solve some issues. I think they have some issues to solve before you can say for sure this is an Omaha team. I think certainly it's a team that's very capable of Omaha, but I'm interested to see right now how their starting pitching is going to work out, because for the beginning of the season, you had Erickson landing in the one hole, Caleb Killian pitching second, and Mason Montgomery, the freshman left-hander, pitching third, and then Tim Tadlock has changed it up here in the last couple of weeks. Now you have a freshman right-hander, Micah Dallas, who was very impressive as a high-leverage reliever in the bullpen. So impressive that they moved him to the front of the rotation at KSU, and he gave him 6 innings the other night and 3 runs allowed. And then the other thing I'm very curious to see how it works out is the shortstop position. The first several weeks of the season, it was Drew Baker, the freshman, and then Tim Tadlock has spent the last couple of weeks kind of looking at all the options there, because you've had, in the last 6 games, you've had 4 different guys start at shortstop, including Gabe Holt, who moved in from the outfield. I thought it was curious that Tim said last week he thinks Gabe Holt has the best double play feed of any of the guys, but he doesn't really want to play there. He likes playing outfield better. So that's a position that you need to kind of nail down.
No, absolutely. We appreciate all that, Don, for sure. Obviously, we'll check back in throughout the years we're going. Now, of course, it is April Fool's, Don. I don't know if you've done any pranks in general, but around the office today, I wanted to just see how people were feeling celebrating April Fool's. So we actually put together a little montage. Let's check that out. We thought we'd get the fun started with reporter Emily Harrison. Harry.
Yes. Oh, wait.
Yes, even Terry. Happy April
No
Fool's Day.
makeup on. No way.
Since Rashay Day hosts Trends and Friends normally, she thought she was immune. Rashay. She wasn't.
Literally, I have a mirror right here just so that doesn't happen.
April Fool's Day, Rashay. You thought you were
You
immune?
got me.
And the best reaction of the day had to be weekend meteorologist Kellyanne Class. Kellyanne!
Stop! Is that what Rashay wanted?
Happy April Fool's, Kellyanne.
Is that what he wanted? I'm like over there trying to figure out 100 reasons why I need you to.
We have fun here, Don. Don't you want to work here? Please come on anytime. All right, coming out of the break, we'll talk to ABC Rodeo. Stay with us. The giveaway's coming up next.
Your glasses are ready here April 9th after NCIS.
April Fools. It's actually Men's and Friends. Welcome back. It's almost time for the 77th annual ABC Pro Rodeo coming up this weekend, so mark your calendars. All week long, we'll be talking about the rodeo and giving away a family 4-pack of tickets. But today, we're joined by this year's radio chairman, Ray Short. Ray, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, we were talking off air a little bit about how long you've been with the rodeo. Can you just give us a brief history of how long you've been with it? And of course, the chairman.
I joined right after 1990, right after the 49th rodeo, and the 50th was really my first year, and now we're at 77th, so I've been here about 29 years.
And we talked, one of the biggest things this year is that this will be the last one in the Coliseum.
Last ride in the Coliseum,
Yeah,
yes.
so what's going to be different about this year? Because obviously, for a lot of people, they're going to miss it just as a landmark for basketball games. What's going to be different with the rodeo?
As far as this year's rodeo, it's not even going to be any different from the last, 53 years that we've been there. The rodeo started there in 1956. The first event in the Coliseum after it was built. And of course, unfortunately, it's going to be the last item the last event in the building. We've been going for 76 years strong. This is, like I said, our 77th. The rodeo's still the same. We're going to move on. It's just the last ride in the building.
What does that mean for you guys to be that last one in there?
It's emotional. I've seen lots of friends come through that building, met a lot of people over the years, and we've had a really good time putting it on. And we raising money for the Boys and Girls Clubs, and that's why we're there.
Now, but not looking, don't look too forward, but for this year specifically, obviously we're giving away tickets to family 4-packs.
Right.
What makes this such a good family event?
Well, it's Lubbock's only professional sporting event. It's good family entertainment. You've got your PRCA rodeo that goes on, and it's good family entertainment.
Whenever you're not the chairman every year, what do you personally try to bring this to make it different?
Well, just a lot of experience. I've helped with this thing for, like I said, the last 27, 8 years. It's, like I said, it's almost emotional to even talk about being the last ride in the building. I've been rodeo chairman. This will be my third time to be the chairman of the rodeo. And it's, like I said, it's kind of hard. Tugs at your heart a little bit.
And we want to get so many people out, right? That's what we're talking about.
Come
getting all
out.
these families out and everything.
Yeah.
So, one of the first, the ABC Rodeo begins this Thursday, April 4th. Because this is the last year in the Coliseum, we'll have very special events planned. Want to make sure you'll attend. So we're having a giveaway to a family 4-pack of tickets beginning today. So get your phones out and give us a call at 806-748-2237. Caller number 13, lucky number 13, wins 4 tickets to the ABC Rodeo, and you'll be able to attend on Friday, April 5th. Now coming up, the best sports bar in town for March Madness games. That's next. Welcome back to Men's and Friends. With all the March Madness games, it's a great time for local sports bars, and we're excited to have a community favorite with us today, Cujo's Sports Bar and Grill. Chris Ariano, I believe there we go.
Yes.
And Mark Faust are here to share their best menu items and invite you out to watch the game this weekend, including Tech. Guys, thanks for being with us today.
Well, thank you for having us. Appreciate you.
And obviously, we're talking big weekend. It's the Final Four, but even bigger, Texas Tech still playing. A lot of people are going to go out. So just give us a brief on how long Cujo's been around. Why is it a great place to watch games?
Go ahead. We're going on 20 years next year, actually. One of the oldest sports bars in town, of course. Lubbock's a huge sports fan, especially of the Red Raiders. First time we've been in the Final Four ever, so, momentous occasion this weekend. So hopefully everyone come out and support them.
Perfect. And now, the food, obviously, people love and enjoy. They love to watch games, but it's a little different with the March Madness menu. Can you walk us through what's different this week?
290 schooners all month long. We got the wings on special, pizzas, burgers, pretty much our whole menu. Just kind of a customer appreciation deal this month to really support the Red Raiders, come out and watch them all tournament long. Turnout's been amazing. It's just been a really good month for us and, of course, Red Raider basketball. So
I was going to ask that in general. How much different is it during this month or so compared to normal business? Is it just through the roof?
Oh man, it's jumping. The electricity inside the store, that with everybody being in there, it's like amazing, totally amazing.
Does it make the atmosphere that much better? better. You
Oh,
know,
heck yeah.
You're surrounded by all the
Yes, sir.
fellow Red Raiders and
Big
whatnot.
time. Yes, sir.
So what is, obviously we have the beautiful wings here, which
Yeah, they are. We have the barbecue one over here. We have the sweet habanero right here, and we also have the mild right here. And the sweet habanero one is really, it's got a sweet with a kick.
Okay.
It's a kick, you know.
so it's kind of like the basketball team.
Yes,
They're
sir.
3 seed. People think they're going to lose. It's a little sweet. No,
There you go.
Gonzaga lost.
Yes, sir.
So, really, is there a different way of like they're obviously for the tournament you do different menus. What really changed as far as like it simplifies so you can get it out quicker? What's really different about that?
Well, I mean, the staffing level, we all obviously staff up to the month, busiest month of the year. So, just always getting ready for that. And just, step up.
Being ready.
It's that month, ready to go.
Being all mindset.
Absolutely.
Mindset.
That's like
Totally
kudos.
mindset.
Hopefully, the Red Raiders are as ready as you guys are for it. Are there any
Oh, they will
other
be.
drink specials or anything like that for the fans to come out and see?
Yeah, we do have like the fireballs. We have Vegas bombs coming up. We have the Patron. We have pickle shots, which is really hot item right now. And again, like he was saying, the schooners are all hot.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now,
Actually, the schooners are cool.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Yes.
So obviously, we want people to come out to Kudos, enjoy the games. So I think there's going to be a giveaway for us, you guys. Not just the rodeo this time.
Correct.
We're going to give some away for you guys as well.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
third caller is going to get 806-748-2237. Third caller wins a $100 gift card to Kudos. $100. I wish I was eligible. Caller number 5, though, will get $50. So don't give up if you're not the first one. It's unfortunate for caller number 4, but number 3 gets $100. Caller number 5 gets a $50 gift card. So make sure to call right now. Guys, thank you for
Yes, sir.
appreciate it.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much.
Of
Thank you.
course.
Thank you.
Up next, Chris is going to take us on an Easter event that you won't want to miss. That's after the break.
Visit carlsonattorneys.com.
Hey, welcome back in, everybody. If you're looking for something moms and dads to do with your kids this weekend, we've got an Easter brunch happening out at the Rawlings Community Center. And we've got Herminia Martinez with us here. You're the supervisor out there. You guys do this every year. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, well, it's a 2-hour event, and we do ask parents to join their kids in a Easter Bunny Brunch. We'll have brunch with the kids, but when they first walk through the door, they'll get a really neat goodie bag that comes with all these cute little Easter crafts.
Yeah.
Like the bunny ears that you're wearing.
Yeah, this is the hat with the hat I'm wearing. Everybody's laughing at
And
me.
they'll
Wearing
get,
the hat.
they'll get to make their own little Easter ornament.
Yeah.
And we'll have a coloring sheet with the little mini crayons. But of course, the kids are always excited to see the bunny. And when the bunny arrives, they'll get to take pictures with the bunny. And this is one of the projects they'll get to make.
It's like a little souvenir to put everything
And
in
then they
there.
can put their picture on.
And as we mentioned, this is coming up Saturday. Talk about the time. It's a little bit earlier in the morning.
Doors open at 9 o'clock. And we ask that they pre-register in advance. Space is limited. And then, again, like I said, we're located at the Rawlings Community Center at 213 40th Street, 40th and Avenue B. From 9 to 11 a.m. They'll get to play games. We'll have carnival games like pin the tail on the bunny and ring the bunny ears.
Yeah.
We'll have a lot of fun with the kids.
Yeah, and as you saw on the full screen there, again, it's a $5 cost, and of course you can pick those tickets up at your center, or you can
Or
go
they
to
can
the
register
website.
online. Yes.
And the website's playlubbock.com. So
That is correct.
everything else going out. What else is going on at the community center there? Any other events scheduled for April?
We are having a tamale workshop April the following weekend, 11th, 12th. That's also a 2-day workshop, and they can also register online at playlubbock.com.
Now, can Ryan and I volunteer to be the tamale tasters?
Of course.
Of course. Sounds pretty good out there. And of course, you get to wear one of these little wonderful hats if you come out this weekend. Talk about the hours. If anybody wants to stop by the community center to get more information on this and all the other events.
Okay,
happening.
well, we are open Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 8. On Fridays from 8:30 to 5 and Saturdays 9 to 1. Again, they can either come by the center and register in person, or they can register online for either one of the classes of the Bunny Brunch or the Tamale Workshop.
Now, I was brave enough to put the bunny ears on, but you didn't. You should have done that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought they looked cuter on you.
They do look good. I look silly. I know everybody in the newsroom's laughing at me right now.
So the kids will look forward to having brunch with the
They
Easter
definitely
Bunny.
will. Miss Martinez, thanks for stopping by here on Men's and Friends today on this April
Thank you.
Fool's Day.
My
Stick
pleasure.
around, Ryan and I will be right back with more.
Vision Mart Express.
Sadly, the ladies are back tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.